Welcome to She Says with your host, Stephanie Regalado. She Says guests share stories from their challenges to successes and, most importantly, the journey of womanhood woven alongside the collaboration of sisterhood. From self, love, friends and family, to hot topics, career, and worldviews, Stephanie and her guests discuss matters with utmost openness and honesty. So let's hear what she says. Here's Stephanie.
Hello, welcome to She Says. I'm Stephanie Regalado with my special guest today, Anna Senchenko. I said it without looking at it.
You did good.
And I got it?
Yes.
You founded Spokane Playground how long ago?
April will be 2 years.
Oh, April. Okay, I want to get to that in a second, but first of all, weren't you just like leaping out of a plane in Phoenix or in Arizona yesterday?
Yes, I arrived home midnight and showed up to work this morning.
Okay, tell me about that experience.
It's been on my list to do for the longest time, so I said I have to get it done and over with before the year's over, so I booked my ticket last week.
God.
Didn't tell anybody, flew out, got it done.
And why Arizona?
Just the quickest flight there and back, done in 24 hours.
And it's warmer there.
Yes, so
you probably
Spokane's closed for the season, so I couldn't get it accomplished here.
That now all the dots are connecting for me.
Otherwise, I would have done it in my hometown.
So you just went down by yourself?
I had my brother meet me in Phoenix to do the craziness with me.
And he jumped as well?
Yes.
Holy cow. Was there any point of it where you thought maybe it wasn't the best idea?
No, the whole time not nervous,
Everything?
no fear at all.
What about that second when you were at the door of the plane?
So I have a picture of myself and I'm laughing at every photo and video. I have the biggest smile on my mouth and my mouth open the whole time. So it was amazing.
Holy cow. How long does it take from the time you leap from a plane until you land
So
safely?
the crazy thing is the drop is only 40 seconds long. So by the time you realize what you're doing, it's over with. And then the parachute right down is 7 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So very quick.
And once you get to the parachute mode, is that a calmer experience where you're just floating down, or is it still fairly
The whole
swift?
thing, especially the parachute ride, is very calm.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want any of it tense. I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it again.
You want to go right
Let's do it
back
again.
up again?
If it wasn't its full ticket price, I'd probably do it again.
That's so awesome. So you obviously have a spirit of adventure,
Yes.
like that flows through your veins. And that's probably some of what helped you launch Spokane Playground.
For sure.
You love to travel.
Yes.
And then here you are in Spokane thinking, what is there to do?
And there's a million things.
And there's
to
a
do.
million things to do.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd said before that someone who says, or you've heard people say there's nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that really is the silliest statement on the planet,
Yes.
especially in Spokane these days.
I feel like that's always bugged me, I guess, is there's nothing to do in Spokane. And I'm like, yeah, there is. There's a million things to do.
Yeah.
You do have to get out of your comfort zone, walk out of your house,
Right, that's a
to
big
do
thing.
these things. But there's so much to do. Spokane has a lot to offer.
Yes, I had my Bozzy Media team Christmas party last night at the Melting Pot, fondue overload, and then we went to Zola to try to dance some of that off, and there were people from out of town that had traveled, this group of guys, and they traveled here frequently, and they were kind of complaining about not much to do. I said, well, if you want to stand against a wall and have other people
There you go.
entertain you, you're right, there's not going to be a lot to do. But if you actually want to get out and engage and really have a full-on experience with your community, there's a ton of stuff to do. So you created Spokane Playground. It's on Instagram.
Yes.
And you've been gaining followers like the Dickens, whatever that means, over the last couple of years, sharing all the fun things that you decide are worthy of sharing.
Yeah, it all started unexpectedly. Wasn't expecting anything out of it. Just for myself, I take a million pictures of everything I do anyway.
Yeah.
So instead of storing them on my phone, I'm just gonna create a page that's not based around me, but what Spokane has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd post a food, whether it's nature, food, anything I did. I'm like, this is the location. This is what they offer.
Yeah.
If you want to, if you're interested, here it is. This is where you can go find it. But because I guess my page is named Spokane Playground, and it did get a lot more attention that way, in which I'm very happy it did, because it's helping a lot of local community, people starting up, getting on their feet, and just getting everything local out there.
Yeah, because you can also help give exposure to
Yes.
places and events and people who are doing really cool things, but otherwise flying under the radar.
Yes.
Is this a full-time gig for you, or?
Unfortunately not. I work a full-time job, have a family and kids.
You're
and
mama of two?
Yes, so I have two kids, 9 and 11, and this is just some fun on the side I do.
And it's fun when you're able to do it as a family as well. I've seen some of those posts. They're some of my favorites.
So I don't always include my family in my photos just because it's Spokane based, but I feel like they're always attached to me. So they're in the background enjoying it all with me.
So people know when they look at a photo, they're somewhere in there. They're somewhere behind the scenes.
They're all there with me.
Yeah, exactly. What has been one of your favorite events or something locally that sticks out in your mind?
I would say I love all events, but I think bringing the community together is going to be my favorite. So it's not anything specifically event, but just seeing people show up to something local. Everyone's always invited, so it's not just a specific group of people. Yeah, everyone's welcome to show up, and seeing them show up, become friends, grow together, and then show up again to the next event. It's probably going to be my favorite. Yeah, and it's crazy to see the community grow together. That'd be my favorite part.
Yeah, that's the amazing part, because you start seeing Coeur people, but the Coeur keeps growing and growing and growing, and building this spectacular community. How do you feel how do you stay focused to your Instagram and your goal and your mission when there are so many others popping up, whether it's food or travel or whatever in our region? It just seems like there's a lot of people sharing their lives that way. Yeah. Do you ever feel challenged by that?
I feel like I'm not in a competition with anybody. I'm not doing this for anybody but myself, because this is what I enjoy to do. So I'm in 100% with my page. I'm there to interact with people messaging me, writing me. If they want a recommendation, I'm there for them. So I just do it because I love it and I enjoy it. Yeah. So I feel like they also see that and enjoy it as well.
Right. Are you in the space yet where people are paying you or sponsoring
we
you
have
to do
some
things?
Events here and there. Obviously, they're going to be for bigger businesses or corporations, but that's not what I'm here for. I feel like, especially with smaller local business starting up, you are doing what I love. I'm here because I love it, is why I want to showcase it.
Yeah. So it helps when you have less, I guess, financial skin in the game, because it seems like when there's financial things that start popping in, it really alters the course of a page, in my view.
I would say, I would prefer even kind of to go without it. I just want it local, organic, raw. I'm just here because I love it.
Yeah. Well, and then it makes your words so true and believable to the masses when they know that you're not being purchased in any way, or your opinion or your thought or your exposure. Yeah. It's just the pure heart of enjoying this city and exploring it. Do you feel limited by it saying Spokane Playground because you do travel so much and share that as well?
When I started it, I'm like, yes, all Spokane. But at the same time, that's when I started to travel. So the past 2 years, I've really stepped out of the box and actually been traveling the world at the same time. Yeah. So I'm like, if it was, not just Spokane based, but the thing is, I always come home, and home is where it is. That's my favorite place. It is so great to see so many other countries, what they offer. I'm there for the history of it. Yeah. And my favorite thing is coming home. So I feel like Spokane Playground would be the right thing for me, even though I do see so much outside the box as well.
Yeah. How do you protect spaces? We were talking about your family being present when you're sharing so much of what you do. How do you protect the spaces where it's just family and you're not exposing it to others?
I feel like I am very on the down low, so I don't show up and like everyone's, oh my goodness, Spokane Playground. It's not like that. I show up everywhere, and then even sometimes post after. That way I'm not, at the location advertising it there.
Right. And but then on the other vein of just, do you do things with your family that you're not intending to put on social media? Because sometimes I'm watching all the social media action or all the Instagram action and the stories. I get exhausted just watching all the women I love to watch, women in particular. But it seems like you have to be on all the time, or you're sharing all the time, which that is going to distract from you in those actual moments. Because when you're thinking about how you have to capture something and what you're going to share, you can't really fully just be present without, all those thoughts.
I feel like my family got it down pretty well. So a lot of my posting is local food or coffee. So if I order, they know, hey, we're not touching it for 2 minutes until mama takes all the photos. So they know that. But also I feel like I got it down where I'm like very quick on snapping all the photos, get it down out of the way. I have a hard time putting, like the whole blog post together. So that a lot of time I'll skip it. I'm like, here's the location, here's the hours, here's what you can get in photo. Yeah. So I'm more of a simple, get it out, here's what you can do.
I was going to say, stick with the quick and down and
that's what I do.
And dirty or clean, whatever.
Yes.
Do you also then have a blog?
I do not have a blog. I don't have time to do all that.
I was going to say, it's exhausting.
If I didn't have a full-time job, this page maybe could have gone so much further. Yeah. But job and family, I don't have time. That's why everything is very simple and quick to get to.
Yeah. Well, and there's still so much time, and your page is only growing. And I love when you can really focus on your niche, what your niche is. You don't have to do these long posts or just do the quick. And people's attention spans are so short. They like those quick, fiery things anyway.
I'm the same way. I cannot watch somebody talk and talk and talk. I'm like, details, information, done.
Yes, exactly. I feel the same way. It's like the important information is really not, there's
just
not a
lot. Just give it to us in the first 30 seconds.
Yes, exactly. How do you feel your photography skills have come along over the last couple of years?
I've always enjoyed photography, so I feel like I've always had the glitch for it. So obviously with the phone updates now and the iPhones take such great quality pictures, that's what I just do it off. I'm not anything specific on it. I feel like it comes naturally.
Yes. And you do a ton of collaborations with other women in particular. What is that? How has that journey been for you, those collabs? The collabs.
The best. The best. I feel like I've met the most amazing women and men in the community that I would not have met without Instagram. So I feel like that's my favorite part is meeting together and then, hey, how'd you meet? We feel like we've been together friends for 10 years. And it's like, no, just a year ago on Instagram. Yeah. That's the craziest part. And I feel like it's long-time connections now, friendships grown.
Yeah, it's super fun to watch that. And you guys are making such amazing things happen in the community, for the community. And Erin Peterson of Spokane Culinary Arts Guild has an article going into the January issue of Spokane Coeur Living magazine, and she talks about how Instagram is now influencing, well, she was talking in particular chefs. When you see someone that's having a lot of success on Instagram, it will influence something, and they will try it locally as well. It was Salty Seattle?
Yes.
Were you at that event?
I did not make it to the event, but I am a part of her team for the Spokane Culinary Arts. And the thing is, we met on Instagram too, and I love her. And we are part of most events together too, and I feel like it's a great connection.
I think so many people have not the most positive things to say about social media these days, and especially going through our election season and just the last few years, it seems like it's been it can be a really crazy place full of vitriol. However, I've never seen anything negative on Instagram. I love Instagram so much. It's just this beautiful experience.
Pictures.
It's beautiful photos if you're doing it right. And if someone's not taking beautiful photos, then you don't follow them. It's pretty simple. Just like if you see things on Facebook you don't like, you should probably just unfollow. You don't have to unfriend. Just unfollow.
But I feel like life is what you see out of it. So, me and you can look at the same picture and have two different results on it. So everyone, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, we look at it and we'll still see what we want to see. So it's just good to keep a positive outlook on everything.
Excellent. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to share some of our favorite events that are coming up.
Perfect.
I know you have a great list, and talk about a few more things. Who knows?
Sounds good.
We're going to take a quick break and hear a message from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back.
Welcome to Tom Sawyer Country Coffee.
Tom Sawyer Country Coffee only roasts the finest organic coffee for our signature blends. Enjoy a cup at our coffee shop and local businesses and organizations across the region.
I'm Tom Sawyer, and we choose the Pacific Northwest.
What? You haven't been to the library lately? Stop in today and see that the library is more than books. Spokane County Library District facilities feature on-site technology, including Wi-Fi, computers, and printers, as well as free use of meeting rooms. The Library District offers events and programs for all ages, from story times to career development and employer classes to Social Security workshops. Our staff is well trained and happy to help. Find out more about your library at scld.org.
The economy is getting stronger, banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
We are back at She Says. I'm Stephanie Regalado with Anna Sinchenko.
Yes.
Otherwise known as, I should have started this way, Anna Sparkle.
Yes.
And you really do sparkle everywhere you go. So it's so perfect and fitting for you. Have you, on the opposite side of sparkle, have you ever experienced anything negative from anyone? I mean, you only post good things. What could someone say that's negative? But has
I don't
anyone
think
ever?
so. Everybody's been super nice.
That's good.
Yes.
Oh, that's one of the, I hate the hashtag Spokane doesn't suck, but that's one of those that would be appropriate for this because it's so weird how you can have the most positive post and someone might post something funky or weird or.
I guess it could happen though.
It could happen. But again, Instagram. It's such a nice place to be. Okay, what are some fun things coming up that you feel people should not miss out on?
Well, currently, the Wheatland Bank horse and carriage rides in downtown, that is going to be going on till Christmas Eve.
Perfect.
All these events you are definitely able to find under Facebook, under Instagram. But I feel like that's a fun, free event for the full family. I've done it for many years, and I don't miss it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's great. Also...
Well, the other fun one is Journey to the North Pole, cruises at Lake Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah, and with that, they're actually doing the hot winter nights there, too.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. So for the first time ever.
In Coeur d'Alene.
In Coeur d'Alene. They are taking their infinity pool that's just right along the lake, and they're turning it into a hot tub.
Yes.
With
beautiful. Totally
family friendly until 8 p.m. And then at 8 p.m. and after, that's when the lights go down lower for adults, and there's music and adult beverages and snacks. That sounds super fun and gorgeous and beautiful. Did you go to the media preview?
Did not. Was that?
Oh, see, what is with us? I missed that one too due to a work thing at the last second.
The pictures look amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm sharing it in the magazine too because that one. I think those. When I think about experiences, there's so many things. We're just inundated with. We have invitation fatigue and those who are really choosing to plug in. Sometimes you get a little wasted with everything that is available and going on, but the things that like experiences you must have. Definitely, if your family hasn't gone on the Wheatland horse carriage rides downtown, you have to do that. For sure. That's a for sure. Journey to the North Pole, that one's free, definitely. Yeah. Journey to the North Pole is not free.
Tickets online. Yep.
Oh, tickets online. And then same with the pool. Now the hot winter nights, is it only if you spend the night there?
From what I understand, it's booking a hotel and then they can give you a ride to the infinity pool.
But the rooms I saw, their deals are like only $179 a night for that. That's a great,
fantastic deal.
Great deal. Okay, what else is your favorite? We have our little list here.
So they are doing the happy hour at the Ribbon downtown, so you can ice skate. And then if you are coming Friday for the happy hour between 5 to 8 p.m., if you buy a drink, you get a raffle ticket for 49 Degrees North, so you can have a chance to win 2 tickets just by showing up and having drinking.
So you can drink alcohol at the Ice Ribbon?
Looks like you can buy drinks for happy hours, adults.
And then do you skate afterwards? They have extra big helmets for those who.
Yes, don't forget your helmet in this situation.
Bubble wrap bodysuit.
Yes. Maybe we should just stand and watch the kids.
There you go. Yes.
We'll be safe.
That's good. And what is this Green Bluff Christmas experience?
So multiple farms on Green Bluffs have fun events for Christmas, whether you do the horse rides there as well, pick out your Christmas tree. Most people already have Christmas tree, but go there for the bonfire just to support local, hang out, beautiful for pictures, fresh air at the same time. Most of them will have Santa Claus there as well to take pictures with. So I feel like just a good weekend event to get out to do something different.
It's just like the good, wholesome country fresh air Christmas experience.
I don't know. If people have not been to Green Bluff, they need to go there multiple times a year just because it's so beautiful.
Every season, multiple times every season. Yes. Absolutely agree with that. Sunday brunch with Santa at Dockside Restaurant.
That's also in Coeur d'Alene, yes.
Is that how often is that?
So they have it, looks like every Sunday, going to be in December.
Okay.
You can make reservations, bring the whole family.
that.
So very family friendly. So brunch
Oh,
with
that's
Santa
nice.
Claus there.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Santa's everywhere.
He is. Yeah. Some food events if people are interested in.
Yes.
We do have the chef battle that's presented by Smart Food Service. It's going to be at Center Place January. And then as well as the Spokane Culinary Arts is doing their first annual
Yeah.
awards gala. That'll be fun as well.
And I saw a sneak peek. They have 50 restaurants that you cannot miss.
It's going to be huge and amazing.
Yes. And then I'm assuming tons of food
Food.
samples and just festivities and celebrating all the amazing culinary.
Yes, in Spokane
Art.
and surrounding area.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. Tickets are already limited, so you want to make sure you get on top of that for tickets. It's going to be a fantastic time.
Yes. Oh, and then a Santa again. I'm hopping back off of food out at Northern Quest Casino, the 22nd through the 23rd.
Yeah, well, Northern Quest has grown crazy in the past since fall, and they have a lot of new openings. So if people with children have not gone there for the Quest area, that's fun for the kids.
Did you check it out?
Yeah, I took my kids already multiple times.
Oh my gosh. So
like,
it's really
It's
really
a
good.
little trouble. I'm like, you bring the kids. Well, the crazy thing is you can leave your kids in the Quest area while little adults go in the big casino.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy, yeah. So under 12, they will be supervised. Over 12, they can hang out in their own little area.
Oh my gosh.
But the cool thing is if you're there for the event,
yeah.
you can leave your kids there and be event. That way you don't have to find a babysitter.
Oh.
So then, like, it's
fancy.
crazy fun.
Yes. I'm supposed to get out there. Julie Holland,
There you
their magnificent communications director, said, you have to get out here and check it out.
Yeah, so much new and updated. Awesome.
Yeah. And then so they're doing cookie decorating, snowball fights, and games. But I think elf when I think of snowball fights.
So December 22nd, 23rd, you can find more details on Facebook for that as
Yeah,
well.
that's at Northern Quest.
But Northern Quest, another fun event for the holidays if you want to take your kids out.
That sounds so cool. I love that. What else do you have? Sticks out.
If you're in Airway Heights, there's a hot cocoa bar tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Just show up. You can all day make your own hot cocoa. They supply everything, and that's going to be at the New America Credit Union there in Airway Heights.
Okay.
Something fun for that. If you're looking for a bad stand-up party.
Oh, yes. Let's talk bad Santa.
Yeah, so there's going to be extra party today at the Steel Barrel Woods on Blanca. So 6 p.m. Wear your ugly Christmas sweater, and you can win prizes, food. That's tonight, 6 p.m.
Oh, my gosh. What do you think about this talk about making Santa gender neutral? Have you heard this? Gender neutral talk about Santa?
I just read about it the other day.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that would work. I don't know. That's crazy. I haven't read the full article, or I don't know how do you dress somebody up like that? I don't know.
Does Santa... I joke that I don't know many women that want to be quite as rotund as Santa, but...
I feel like it's been this way for who knows how many years, thousands, so why not keep it that way? I mean, like, it's a traditional that's been passed down so many years.
Yeah. Maybe Mrs. Claus can rise up, or there can be another...
Mrs. Claus can be with him.
Exactly, and not be just the one feeding him
for sure. Yeah,
and
she can hang
tying
out
his
there.
boots, because who does that?
Take pictures with both of them.
Yes.
I like that.
Exactly.
Put both of them. You choose.
Yes, and I think that when we try to neutralize too much, we dishonor the inherent qualities and worthiness of each gender.
Oh, for sure.
And because there's so much about men and masculinity that needs to be honored and protected, and I feel like it's like the zing and zang of, not zing and zang, zigzag. No, what is it? Is that right? Yin and yang.
There you go.
Zing and zang. I'm changing things up.
Love it.
So that's what I want to change yin and yang to zing and zang. But I really think we need to be protective of that. And as far as equal rights for all, that doesn't mean we need to blend into one being, but just honor the differences. And but like you said, with going back to the group of women that you've met and what an amazing experience that has been for you, has been one of the most amazing experiences of my adult life in the last 10 years, is my connection to women and really I don't know if I've always had great female friends, but I've never really had quite a tribe that I do now, and just feel like there's so many women. And I think we're all moving toward that direction too, like you're saying, whether or not you wanted to grow your Instagram and make money off of it doesn't mean that you would be competing against anyone. None of us have to compete.
No, I don't want to compete against anyone.
Right, yes. I love that. Just and show up and celebrate one another for what we're doing. Sometimes it can be a little persnickety, I think, if you feel like someone's just mirroring what you're doing. They say that's the greatest form of flattery. You're like, well, that's the greatest form of irritation.
Yeah, for sure. Love it.
But in those circumstances, I don't like to live with any of that kind of feeling of angst in me, so I'll just reach out to someone. This is me talking about the magazine world. And I reached out to a fellow editor the other day when I felt a little curious about similar events that were popping up that we've been doing for a long time, and it's practically the same name, just a little a little change. And granted, our community is amazing and huge, and there are so many people, and whenever we do our awards events, we can only focus on, like, if it's 20 or 15 or whatever, and there's far more than that deserve those accolades and awards. But I felt so much better just reaching out to him and at least having a conversation and letting him know, I'm feeling a little irritated right now. Can we talk about this, or what's going on? How can we support one another and make this
talking it out fixes most of it. Makes you feel better at least.
I'm big on that.
For
talking it out. So, well, thank you so much for being here and all the work you're doing. Spokane Playground on Instagram. Follow along Anna for all these amazing events, and it's everything: food, activities, all community. What about the fair? The parades? Because I'm telling you, sometimes a free community parade downtown Spokane is the last place you actually want to be.
I know. I attended it for years, but they've grown so much. It's like, do I want to go and look for parking and squeeze into a million people?
Right.
But they're so fun for the kids. That Spokane does definitely offer a lot for the parade and everything else. So either way, whether you show up or not, I feel like it's a huge fun event to come and attend.
Absolutely. And especially like our Torchlight Parade, when we honor those who have been in the service, I feel like it's just a way to show up. And
it's touching.
Yes. And anyone walking the parade, it's like as far as they can look, even up in windows of buildings, they see people. So they feel heard and felt and kept by your community when you're carrying those.
I love that Spokane
those
does
photos of loved ones. But anyway, thank you so much. I look forward to following along more and lots of fun things in the future between the two of us.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into She Says. Have an amazing holiday. Spokane Talks is going into some sort of a holiday themselves, and we're taking 12 days off. And we'll see you in 2019. Big things to come, and wishing your families all an amazing experience over the next several weeks and a great year ahead.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
She Says is produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksOnline.com, which is solely responsible for its content.